Business. Small business right here. So, I don't stand up. Yeah, they had like the agenda. Yeah, gets literally like the tip really gets here. They haven't really been. I was in CBA that week. Oh, yeah. It's coming in box. Back to this. But so again, back. Intermediate exercise. Showing up. Like 9:30. I'm maybe mine for your spring. By the time I should have a finance internship. Are you looking with this? No, we're gonna go. They already have spent space, so we're possibly trying. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. It's like they need to go. Yeah. Yeah. If y'all can find your seats, please. My boss was first place too. We started at 7:31. Hope y'all had a great weekend and that y'all are recovering from the new time change we have it getting dark at 4 p.m. So let's get started with the meeting, go into open forum. Is there anyone that likes to utilize open forum? Okay, JD and Dylan are going to come up and give a little bit of an update presentation on where we are at with exec goals.
All right, cool. I know I mentioned to y'all a few weeks ago that we did an update on where our exec goals are at. So Dylan and I are going to run through them really quickly so that we all know where we're at, what we're lacking on, what we're trying to finish these next couple months before we're done. So first is creating lease schedules that provide more options for move-in dates and break housing that allows students more flexibility when class is not in session. So we've seen a lot of success there. For international students, we haven't seen a lot of success for Panhellenic women in ROTC. So that's an area we're definitely trying to grow as we head out. Might be an area that passes on to the next term. It's going to take a lot of work, especially within the city and outside of the university. But
yeah, the next one, refining the student game day experience by furthering accessibility in facilities. We had a great partnership with DEI, accessibility, and athletics. Doing what we could in Jordan-Hare, getting those weather strips down to make the stairs less slippery, and we're also looking into more things as basketball and baseball seasons come along.
Next is improving the Auburn's tennis and pickleball court areas for promotion of students' physical and mental well-being by providing restrooms, water fountains, and trash receptacles. So this project kind of took off and it's become a little bit more of that. A lot of the renovations will be happening in the coming months and year. So there'll be pickleball paddle rentals and pickleballs that you can get out there by the pickleball courts. Also be restrooms that'll be able to be used on game days, water fountains, a lot of other improvements, competitive league, et cetera, that are going on out there, which is exciting.
Yeah, you can take this one if you want.
Cool. Implementing a central map containing all of our resources, locations, and amenities. Probably next week we'll have a funding bill coming through for a reserve fund request to pay for this map for the first year. Y'all are more than welcome to check out Concept 3D's website and in your free time to see what they offer. They do resorts like Disney. They also do other colleges and campuses like LSU, Texas A&M, Tennessee, And so we went through the whole entire process with them. We have a contract we're waiting to sign, so we're only money away from finishing that.
Yeah, the next one, advocating for faculty to provide more information pertaining to class structure and expectations to student body upon registration of classes. That one basically, we want students to have more information when they're registering for classes about the classes they're signing up for. So we've been partnering with academic administrators and trying to get the syllabus bank back and meeting with associate deans as well, and that's coming along really nicely.
And then encouraging the standardization of class canvas pages, leading to a more easily accessible format of learning for students. The next couple of weeks, we'll be hosting the Video Center to come in. We'll determine what an ideal canvas page looks like. And then from there, hopefully professors can get stamped with a SGA seal of approval that their canvas page meets the expectations of the student body. And that way that we're encouraging all professors to have a canvas page that looks.
Yeah, the next one, increasing the touch of the Auburn family in our growing admissions by involving alumni and faculty in the enrollment process. This is one that we kind of really hit the ground running with in the beginning of the year in meetings with administrators, and got in touch with promoting the alumni referral form for students so that we can hopefully branch out and reach out to some more underserved areas across the state that don't normally get looked over in the admissions process.
And next is accommodating the recent growth of the student body through providing study spaces for students to pursue academic excellence. You might have seen some of the renovations that have happened throughout the student center and the library. A lot of that was through this exact goal, and then also those wonderful Costa coffee machines that were on the Instagram that I'm sure everybody got to see. That was also part of this goal. It's fun.
And then completing the installation of an Obby figure to celebrate the Auburn spirit. That's one we're kind of piggybacking off of from last year's exec, and it's coming along nicely.
They're about to start construction, which is cool. Ensuring the student voice is considered during placement park improvements to ensure growth of the student experience. Students will have access to, on top of what is called the War Eagle Wall, kind of the green monster in left field, to overlook the visiting left fielder. And then also where we currently are in the outfield, which is see-through, will be a level platform for us to see into the visitor team's bullpen. So all about us being kind of on top of the opposing team and making their game day experience terrible and our student experience really good.
The next one, constructing on-campus prairie garden to showcase the biodiversity of the state and celebrate Auburn University's land-grant identity. Still in the development phase of this one, we reached out to the campus architect earlier in the year about just seeing where his mind was at with this goal and the possibility of it. So we're also thinking about tying it into the capital project and looping it in with that. So yeah, still in the works.
And supporting the region's next step financial wellness program across campus. Recently we got word that there's hopefully going to be an office in the next couple of years that will support all financial needs for students and also for athletes. So kind of two-part for all students, but then also for NIL athletes. And so we've offered all of our resources to help with that office and kind of bridging the gap between region's next step and that office has kind of been a goal of ours, and we'll continue on probably through the next administration.
And the final one, collaborating with those student clubs and organizations to host crossover events with inclusivity at the forefront. This is always a big goal of SG Exec, and I know we just had ISOP Center, and we've got Breaking Barriers coming up, and so in our outreach department, that's been a really great thing that's been going on. So yeah,
that's about it. Thank you all.
Any questions, comments, concerns? Is there anyone else that would like to utilize open forum?
Lainey Kosam. I'd just like to give a big shout out to all of those in SGA who were selected to be orientation counselors for the first year experience office for this next year, and a big special congratulations to one of our Senate mentees, Andrew Schmella. So please.
Awesome. Would anyone else like to utilize open forum? Okay, if no one, then we'll move into the approval of the minutes that were sent out last week electronically on Tuesday morning. Are there any approval or are there any corrections to those minutes? Okay, those will be approved and corrected, and we'll go into reports from our officers, starting with President.
Just a few things this week. One on Wednesday night, it'll be the State of the City at the GPAC, 5:30. So it's kind of Mayor Anders' opportunity to speak to the entire city about everything that's going on. I know a lot of people have had a lot of questions, so I think it'd be really cool. As student leaders, a lot of us showed up. I know execs may be wearing business casual, but I think it's come as you are if you don't come. We'll be working, as I said earlier, on putting the concept 3D map. A bill should be coming through next week for that. And then lastly, Better Relations Day is this week. So whether or not you're involved in the day or not, just using an opportunity to really show the Alabama students what the Auburn family is like. And we had Alabama Shakers come in today, and that was really, really weird. So not a huge fan of that, but if y'all see them anywhere walking around campus or have different tours and stuff going on, just say hey to them and be welcoming to them. That's it for me. Thank y'all.
Ashton couldn't be here, but Step-In Reviews kickoff was today, and Reignite is November 30th. Next report from Vice President of Outreach.
Hey everyone, hope you all had a good weekend, whether that was at a band game, cheering on Auburn or at home or just chilling out. It was fun and restful. Only a few things from me. Breaking Barriers is next Tuesday, November 14th from 4 to 5:30 in the Student Activity Center. And it's expected that each and every one of you are to be there to represent SGA because this is a discussion session pretty much for all three governance organizations, and that's BSU, ISO, and SGA. And so this time is for us to break out into smaller groups and talk about different areas, topics, facets, issues, concerns on campus. And then from there, we'll collect that feedback and take it to administrators to improve our campus climate at Auburn's campus. So I really see each and every one of you there. If you absolutely cannot make it and have a university approved excuse, you'll send that to Jill and just forward that to her. Next, our DI branch is working towards a campus-wide newsletter. And we're partnering with Schools Council for that. So hoping to make strides on that. And then we had our Auburn Answers October report sent to administrators. So we gather that feedback each month and send it to administrators to see, for them to see the student feedback and what students are thinking and what areas there might be issues on campus. And then JD already talked about the State of the City address. Would love to see y'all there as well. Up all night, just to put y'all, to put it on your calendar, it's December 3rd through 7th. That's at midnight each day. And then lastly, just a few things that are underway is Learning to Lobby Day, Greet Day, and an event with Mayor Anders for the students to enjoy. But y'all and reach out and have a great rest of your week. Next, we're going to keep that.
First of all, I just want to let y'all know that I'm dressed down because my chief of staff branch brought the most hands to cabinet last week, and so our entire branch got to dress down today. It's just like, I came to exec today, and John David was like, "What?" So I'm Better Relations Day is this Thursday. I can't believe it's finally here. If you are attending Better Relations Day and you have not seen the Better Relations Day group me in your group me, please let me know so I can be sure to add you. I'm going to be sending a lot of announcements, important information, and schedules in the group me tonight and tomorrow. So I just want to make sure that everyone that is supposed to be getting them is getting those. Also, if you want to come for the Spirit Tunnel, remember that's going to be at 8:45 a.m. on Thursday. If you want to be there, just text me. I can send my number in y'all's group me, just so that way I can give you all the details and we can make sure you're going to the right place and doing all the right things. So if you're not doing anything, I would love for you to come and wave some Auburn shakers as our SGA counterparts from Alabama gets here. I also just wanted to touch on the photo circle. So if you're ever concoursing, maybe Up All Night, a Senate meeting, any kind of fun event that you want to snap a picture, please add it to the photo circle or literally text it to me or Caroline Kelly. We're always looking for content, and I know it sounds silly, but we do use a lot of these pictures for the Instagram, and then also just for future marketing projects. It's always really awesome to have content in our back pocket, and I promise it goes to good use. If y'all also take out your phones and comment on the SGA Instagram, we just made a post. Some of y'all are featured in it. Earlier, John David was like, why do you comment 4 words or more? And it's because if you comment more than 4 words, Instagram thinks that post is like really important, so it'll put it on the top of the feed of other people. And that is like a great way for students to be aware of what's going on Auburn's campus. Lastly, I wanted to announce SGA's Miss Auburn nomination for the year. If you want to give a little drum roll. This year's nominee is Lane Hart. So if y'all see her, be sure to congratulate her, encourage her as she goes through the interview process. We wish her all the luck and encouragement in the world. And I think that is all I have. Thank y'all.
All right, hey everyone, happy Monday. Safety walk is tomorrow. Let's get excited. We have 40 SGA members volunteering for safety walk, which is absolutely fantastic. It's a great time for administrators to get some one-on-one time with SGA students, not only to make sure that we're having the safest campus that we could possibly have, but also it's a great time to give some good student feedback to administrators. So that'll be tomorrow at 6 p.m. So last week I asked y'all for some feedback about the Student Center, or any comments or concerns you had about the Student Center. And I got a lot of feedback, which was great, before my monthly meeting with the Student Center administrators. So the feedback I got was we need more seating. Lunch options are running out in the C-store too quickly. The ice maker was taken out from ABP, so we need ice. We need more iPhone chargers in the recre lockers, and we need more of those stand-up phone charging stations, and the reserve rooms are locked every time I reserve them. So I'm gonna answer these questions for y'all, okay? So, more seating is going to be incorporated into the updates that are going to happen on the second floor. So furniture has already been ordered, so that's really exciting news. About the lunch options running out, they noted that, and they're going to get working on it. About the ice maker, if y'all didn't know, there is an ice maker for students in SaladWorks on the first floor. So if you ever need ice, that's where you go. And then they noted the fact about needing more iPhone chargers and recre lockers. The stand-up phone charging stations are going into the second floor updates as well. And the reserved rooms being locked, that's just part of the process, just to ensure security and making sure that people who are in those rooms are the ones who reserve them. So that's part of the process, is getting a front desk employee to go unlock the room for you. So thank you all for your feedback last week. It was really great, and the administrators I talked to with the Student Center really enjoyed hearing some student feedback. So thanks, y'all.
Thanks, Caroline. I think everyone will now be filling up their Stanley Cup with ice from SaladWorks, so thanks for that. So that concludes exec reports, and we'll move on to committee reports, starting with academic affairs.
We're off engineering. Not much of academic this week, really following up on the great meeting that we had last week with the library team. A couple things that are on our to-do list for the upcoming week as we head into the final season is getting with Jillian and Maddie and their teams around academic college involvement in SGA programming, especially with departments like the library, so they want to be sure that they're involved within that moving forward. Another is having the library liaison, so every individual college based in their academic specialty has a library liaison. Come to a presentation to Senate about what opportunities that they have to engage in the library as you enter your final season and prepare for those new upcoming things. They're getting a new booking reserve software in certain academic buildings that should be coming out within the next year or so. We're preparing to launch sooner than they thought, but are finding some problems there. Basically, the last guy who created Divs that we use now, he has a non-compete clause, so he cannot publish another Divs-like software. So they're trying to figure out how can we get something that's like Divs but not Divs, but close and still useful. So they're getting a lot of work getting done there. We're scheduling meetings with the Big Yale Center, who handle all academic buildings that do not have college ownership. Prime example, the ACLC and the library are owned by two different people. Everyone thinks they're combined together. They have two different organizations that kind of lead those individual buildings. We're also working with the library to address student financial need when it comes to technology scarcity. So if you did not know, we have great tech sharing opportunities within the library on like the second or the bottom floor. But you can basically link anything you want, whether it's a MacBook for a couple weeks or an iPad or a GoPro or a camera. First come, first serve there, and they're working that out. They have done past work with individual colleges around what it looks like to have need-based scholarships in terms of providing technological aid, like MacBooks and someone upgrade who like meets Pell Grant stipulations and stuff like that. Besides that, main thing is the library added 9 study rooms over, I guess, the break within some time, not last summer break, but within the last year. So make sure you take advantage of those 9 study rooms. We are looking to the cost that is one called SGA, or not really SGA, but the library department to make sure that all of their study rooms are technology able when it comes down to like group study. What does that mean? So one individual TV unit in a room costs around $1,400 to $1,800, and that's if it's capable. So looking at trying to find some room in their budget so they can have those improvements going into the next fiscal year. But that's all from academics. Thank you.
Treadwell Business Net Report.
Quick report from Code of Law, hearing at large. Quick report from Code of Law. We're still continuing to research the scientific supply store. So any freshmen that are here, if you've had experiences with the scientific supply store one in the scientific laboratory center, let me know. We'd love to hear your feedback. And then we're also working through student or club sports coaching over the coming weeks.
Inman Business No Report.
Student affairs.
Building at large, sorry, my voice is kind of out. I was pretty sick this weekend. So we'll start with health and wellness. Big shout out to Georgia. She's been working hard on a commendation for BBFD. That's coming up soon. Excited about that. And then we're also meeting with Doug Hankis's team from SEPS, which is Student Counseling and Psychological Services, soon concerning students' mental health needs. So if you have any feedback regarding that, just what the future of Auburn services regarding mental health is going to be. Dining, so Tiger Dining will be putting out a poll this week regarding the Late Night at the Edge theme, so be sure to vote on that. Also, the cooler vending machines are being installed on campus now. They're first being installed in the Forestry Building, both the Hill dorms, the library, and the nursing building. So if y'all come in contact with them, let us know. Would love feedback on those. We've had great feedback, but would love to hear anything y'all have. Also, the Auburn Family Feast with ISO and SGA will be held on November 16th. So put that on your calendars. Parking, Eb and Jake are setting up a meeting with our cabinet counterparts to discuss a resolution in the future with the Impact Hour parking project. Athletics, Will and Case are looking into the guest pass planning process to see if there's any improvements we can make or provide transparency on that. So if you have any feedback with the guest pass process, we've heard some things, definitely let us know. But that's all from us this week. Thanks, all.
Auburn at large, not much for me today, just keep doing your office and involvement hour, that form in the group meet as usual. And I know that we're kind of in the home stretch of Senate, which is so sad, but it is so important that y'all continue to do these office hours and keep getting feedback for the entirety of your term. And to follow up about the pickleball tournament we discussed, we're having issues with the dates, so I'm gonna follow up with y'all later about that. It's looking like November's not gonna be our month.
That concludes committee reports. We'll move into liaison reports, starting with Honors Congress.
So this week, that'll be tomorrow in library 3041 at 5 p.m. Then for Honors Congress, we're having 3 events this week. The first one being Sanford Sessions on Wednesday. They're going to be making hand turkeys and playing softball. And then they're having an art gallery in Cater Hall. That'll be starting at noon and ending at 45. And then on Saturday, the philanthropy committee is pairing with Storybook Farms to have a field day for
So,
last week we had the kids dinners, around 500 people attended there. So we had and also part of SGA liaison, we are incorporating some of the council members that will help us to gather info around the campus so that I can pass it to you guys and discuss. So we're having around 12 council members. They will be joining us probably next week.
and then we'll move into current orders of business. The first bill is brought to you by Senator Alford.
Approval of business ask for approval of the following: the carryover total of $5,384.80 for the student media student activity portfolio for the 2023-2024 fiscal year. Move to pass the skills room. Second.
Is there any debate? Seeing no debate, will approve.
Like massage chairs. Chairs. Yeah.
Okay, the bill will be passed as written, and next current order of business brought to you by Senator Summer.
For business ask for approval of the following: the carryover total of $13,727.48 to the student organization student activity portfolio for the 2023-2024 fiscal school.
Is
Is there a second?
It's moved and seconded. Is there any debate? All right, seeing no debate, we'll go into a vote.
That's all I said. Last 3 weeks.
Okay, the ayes have it, and this bill will be passed as written. Next current order of business is brought to you by Senator Yon.
Swear.
CLA asks for approval of the following, strike 801.4.2, strike 801.5.2, and strike 802.7.3. I move to pass this bill as written.
Is there a second? Second. It is moved and seconded. Is there any debate? Senator Rudolph.
Rudolph Engineering, Senator Young can provide some more clarity around what basically is happening now that these adjustments have already been taking place within student involvement, and also kind of walk us through what kind of was happening that didn't even have to be happening anymore. Get my question.
First part of your question.
So oftentimes these code changes reflect things that are already out of date within the code. So within these code changes, can you address specifically what those things are?
So, from my understanding, before Kelby left us, doing now, and some of that was that we do not currently allow organizations to have their websites. And so what was happening, there used to be a program, they would request one, and it was like a really lengthy process, and OIT would make them, and the service we used wasn't that great. And so I talked to Brad, and we just kind of decided to have that. Does that answer your question?
Is there any further debate on this bill? Okay, saying no more, we'll go into a vote.
It's like Joseph Edge, I'm taking that too. You like the top teeth. Well, what are you doing? There's no test. Hey, that's my kid. Oh, no, I can't. Are we going to school? Are we going to school? Sorry. With
Make sure that you voted on PSSB 23-1030-09. -09.
Thanks. My bad. Okay. Should be good. Should be good. I just transferred on it.
You know my computer broke. It's like out of something. Bro. I started. This can't break this.
Nice, Hunter. Nice. You started listening to Christmas music yet?
Okay, I have it in the bill as written. Next current order of business is brought to you by Senator Harris.
Hearing advertised for approval of the following to strike from the code 1908.5.3.1 and 1908.
Is there any debate? Okay, saying no debate, we'll move into a vote. It's 10.
Yeah, I thought you were making it up. No. Were you really? I'm glad you feel better than we were, because we were like, can you show us what you do? It's not excused. It's your turn.
It's not on canvas. It's not on canvas.
It's not good, but
Dash 10 one?
we should have believed you.
It's not like the code. It's like
No,
it's more structure.
I honestly don't. I think we did. I mean, I say you're excused. You should roll call. You're sitting. I should do roll call. Actually, we're saying we can go to the day parties. Yeah, John. You guys know what it was. So, John. If you're really sick to miss.
The ayes have it, and this bill will be written. Final current order of business is brought to you by Senator Diane.
Planning business, I ask for approval of the following. Carryover total of $947.39 for the Emerge Student Activity Portfolio for the 2023-2024 fiscal year budget.
You motioned.
I ask to pass this bill, sir.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any debate? I say, move it. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Senator Rudolph.
What's different in an event and a program?
Then a program. So like programs I have are to basically like, it's for like leadership training. So Emerge, they're like the organization that deals with like leadership and stuff. And so the events are just like, kind of like they were treated like wind shaped for like lunch and learns, like things like that. So that's it.
Nice.
Okay, seeing no further debate, we'll move into a vote.
If your college has a constitution. I think that's not true. We're in Cannon Island to have like 50 minutes. Yeah.
Have it, and this bill will be adopted. That concludes our current orders of business. We'll move into our singular future order brought to you by Senator Herring.
Hearing at large, I ask for approval of the following. So this future order is just an edit on the College of Human Sciences. So first, what happens is it reflects the change made earlier this term to change the name of the council to the executive student council because we have no middle schools, we're only colleges now. So that name change has already been made effective, and so this is just reflecting that. And then also on the third page of the Constitution, it is separating the College of Human Sciences Ambassador Program from the Executive Student Council.
Are there any questions on this future order? Senator Rudolph.
So the new line here says that the College of Human Sciences Council also presides over the functions of the College of Human Sciences Ambassadors, CHS Ambassadors. That's in Article 2 in affiliations. If we jump to Article 4, we are no longer requiring their president to abide by their constitution. The president of us. So we're having an organization preside over an organization with no constitutional bounds when it comes to like checks and balances.
Technically, the College of Human Sciences, their Executive Student Council is still overarching in the College of Human Sciences, but they are no longer the president and the vice president of that separate organization. They're two separate presented to.
So you can't terminology preside without the future amendment.
We can. The College of Human Sciences Senator is not here tonight, but she'll be here next week when it's a future order. There's some using the current order.
Also, the president of the College of Human Sciences will be present, so we can make that amendment next week. Are there any other questions? All right. So these are upcoming events in SGA, basically rounding up the semester, what's going on. Next week, tomorrow is a Miss Auburn info session for anyone that's interested, that's a junior girl. And then Thursday is Better Relations Day, as Jill talked about. Safety Walk is also tomorrow, that's this week. And then next week we'll have Senate. And to the freshmen that are here tonight, thank you for coming. If y'all would like to maybe consider running for Senate or anyone else that wants to run for Senate, there'll be a spring elections info session to kind of how are you gonna get the spot, run the campaign, things like that. We'll have Senate next week and then Breaking Barriers on Tuesday. And then it's Thanksgiving break. So we'll have one more Senate after Thanksgiving break and we won't have one on finals week. So there's no questions, that's all. And I adjourn this.